Master's Masters, please, I can't take this anymore, please.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the house in Fata, Morgana. Terribly sorry for the lack of the announcement. I'm a bit distracted today with things and such. Yeah, it was not Xenoblade, and it wasn't Final Fantasy either.
It was Danganronpa.
No.
It was kind of Danganronpa.
Let's go!
That's right, it was Puyo Pop 2.
There's a variety of things. Anyways. Alright. Not much preamble, not much nonsense. We're just gonna get right into it. Let me just double check and make sure that the audio stuff is good this time, because last time it had the video capture device overlaying the audio over the regular audio, so it sounded much louder than it should. Alrighty then. Whenever the actors are ready, we can get started. Oh, that's right. It's literally just dots.
There was a power saw outside my house.
It's not audible for your mic.
Oh, wait, what? Alright. Thank you for seeing me off.
Don't mention it.
I've learned so much about this town thanks to you. Your stay here quite enjoyable. What's the matter? You're looking rather glum.
I wonder.
Huh?
I wonder why the sea exists. I was born in a port town, so it's always been there for me. This huge, never-ending, expansive, magnificent ocean. Far too big for a single, messy little human like me to cross. It's so pretty.
It is.
Like I understand why you like the sea. But right now, I can't help wondering why God created such an enormous sea. Why he didn't make the world smaller? I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense.
Not at all. I'll probably be back eventually. That's just a part of the job.
You have lunch at the seaside restaurant again?
Quite likely. I'll bet it'll mostly be me too.
Is your stomach able to handle it?
I'll train up for next time.
Your ship is going to embark soon.
Yeah.
Will people get mad that you're not helping them prepare?
Most likely.
You should hurry off.
Yeah. Pauline.
Hmm?
I wanted to thank you again. I appreciate you taking so much time to show me around.
Is that all?
No. I don't know why, but I was considering leaving without telling you this.
I'd like you to tell me.
I'd feel better if you turned me down.
What?
My homeland is only getting more isolated. Unlike your country, mine is not eager to associate with the rest of the world. They probably don't even have their patronage anymore. What I'm saying is that I have absolutely no stability. I can't even say for sure whether I'll be back. So,
You're right. There's nothing but obstacles. I'm sure my mom would be opposed as well. But I've fallen for you. The way you look staring out at the sea. The shape of your lips when you smile at me. The kindness in your voice. The more time I spend with you, the deeper I fall in love with you. The whole world could separate us. And these feelings would not change.
oh, damn. Yeah, you beat me to it.
If you'd waited, I don't think you would have ever gotten to it.
I say myself too. I love you, Pauline. I felt for you the moment I first saw you. I promise. We will meet again.
Mm-hmm. I promise I'll be waiting.
Thank you.
It's visible in both of our eyes. This love, strong enough to wash away all our tribulations. It's all right here, plain as day, in each of our eyes. Mine and his. You hear something?
Huh?
It sounds like someone's voice.
I didn't hear anything. Must have been your imagination.
Oh,
You want to turn back, lady?
what?
You're looking nervous.
That's fine. Let's keep moving. But there's one thing.
What?
My name isn't Lady. It's Pauline.
This again?
Lady is so distant. I don't like being called that. So, call me Pauline.
Polly. How's that? I call you Polly.
Oh, come on. I'd really rather you call me Pauline. I'm an only child, so I've always wanted a younger brother or sister. But Pauline makes it sound like I'm the younger one.
I'm not your brother, and I am not a child.
You called yourself a kid yesterday, though.
That's not what I meant.
Fine. You can call me Polly. It's not my full name, but I'm glad they call me something other than Lady, Javi.
And that's what I'll do.
Ah, you laugh.
Be quiet.
Fun.
There's a mansion up ahead, standing atop the cliff. I can't say why exactly, but I feel like it's something that shouldn't be there.
What do you mean?
It feels out of place in this area, and something seems off about it. Like it's somehow ethereal and could disappear at any moment. Oh, I'm probably just overthinking things. Sorry, that was stupid of me to say.
It's okay. We still can see the mansion Javi's talking about from here. Just dense, overgrown forest. But for some reason, I can sense that we're approaching it. It's a strange sensation. Anxiety is bubbling up from deep inside me, and at the same time, I feel like I could burst into tears. Not out of fear, but familiarity. Familiarity. I've never been to this country before. Everything I'm seeing is new to me. There's nothing at all for me to find familiar. Why then?
I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah,
You agreed not to go inside. Don't break that promise.
it's okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry for putting you through this. Making you relive unpleasant memories. But thank you for accompanying me when you have nothing to gain from it. Don't worry, let's look around. I'm only searching for a sign he was there. And when I'm done, we'll return to the village together.
Alright.
Okay. Now let's go. We push our way through the dark, dense woods. And then, like the world fading into view after a dream, imagine a birth before us. It rests quietly upon a cliff, against the backdrop of an emerald ocean. This is the beast's den? It should, by all rights, be a magnificent scene. But the blue sky and jade sea clash with the building. It appears alone, isolated precariously from the rest of the world.
Yes, this is it. This is the mansion where the beast dwells.
Not to make any noise, we draw nearer to the house. This inexplicable structure sitting in between the forest and the cliff. The fluttering I feel in my heart does not seem to be caused only by fear of the beast. The weeds and plants growing unchecked around the house are tall enough for Javi to hide in. I imagine that's how we approached the mansion the first time, lurking in the overgrowth. Say, have the people of the village thought about leaving this area? Moving somewhere else, away from the beast's den.
Only those with enough savings can do that. Leave without money and you'll just die in a ditch somewhere. Everyone's made their lives here in the village. We have farmland, cattle, ships. It's not easy to let all that go. Not everyone can just hop on a boat to another country like you, Polly. We're not wealthy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I know, I was being too harsh. You're just ignorant. So naive you believe the whole world is this perfect, magical place. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're capable of seeing the world like that, there's no reason you should look at it any other way.
For as mature as you can be, Javi, you're also rather cynical.
Pardon me. When you...
Hmm?
When you said you would take me to your town, that kind of made my day. There's nothing left for me in this village.
Found plenty of new things, I'm sure. You can even make some friends in my town. After all, you still got a long life ahead of you, Javi. So you should make it a fun one.
Make it sound like I'm about to throw myself off a cliff.
I didn't mean it like that.
We should try to keep quiet from here out.
Okay, got it. As we draw close to the mansion, I can see the ivy twisted across its stone walls. You press my back against the wall and take a few deep breaths. There's a window next to me. If there really is a beast, if there really is a terrible, man-eating monster inside, I'm in danger if it catches me. Javi's eyes entreat me not to get any closer. But I have to see. I have to see if there's a mountain of corpses inside these walls. It was even the slightest trace of him. I'm just going to have a look. Peeking from the outside without being noticed. That's all I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'll go home. Through the window, I see a dimly illuminated hallway. Like the garden, the inside is desolate. There's still the sense that someone lives here. It's not completely abandoned.
Polly.
I see something moving inside the mansion. I hold my breath so whatever is in there does not sense my presence, does not sense my gaze. And then... a shadow whisks past. No.
Polly? Hey, Polly!
Open up! Please open the
Stop it. Stop, you idiot. What do you think you're doing?
Please open the door.
Polly, you promised me. Have you lost your mind? The only thing in here is a...
It's not a beast.
Huh?
It's not a beast. A beast isn't living in this mansion.
You're wrong. It is. There's a beast in there. A bestia. Get away from the door, the beast.
It's not a beast. Open the door. Open the... I knew it. I knew it. It was right. You're alive. You're alive. You're alive. I never stopped believing. I knew you wouldn't die. Would you? Yukimasa? I had faith you were still alive. I wanted to prove it. And I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time, I've never stopped thinking about you. I've never stopped imagining our reunion. Yukimasa, I'm so glad you're alive.
Stop it, Polly. Get away from him. That's... the beast.
You'll kill me if I don't kill you. So I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you or you just won't understand. You just won't understand. If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. Kill. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one cannot stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts.
Yukimasa, what's wrong? What? What's the matter? It's me. It's Pauline. I came to find you. I miss you so much. Yukimasa? I'm sorry, I still don't understand your language. Oh, wait. Where are you going?
Stop it, Polly! Don't go after him! Polly!
Wait, why are you running from me? Don't you recognize me? It's Pauline, you love. Why? Your katana. Why? Why do you point that at me? You're scaring me. What's gotten into you? Hey, what's the matter? Yukimasa, do you know who I am? What happened? I used to be able to speak my language so fluently. Let's talk. What do you say? Put the thing away, please. It's dangerous.
Ah, ah, ah. Ah!
You got.
Ah!
So hard. Why? Yukimasa. It's Pauline. Open your eyes.
Ah!
No, stop. You must. Please stop this. I'm begging you. Why would you do this to me? Stop it, Yukimasa. Stop this. His blade held high above my head, lemurs. Why? He's the beast. Tell me, Yukimasa. Did you kill all those villagers? Are you going to kill me? Why? Stop. Yuki. It's me. It's Pauline. Please open your eyes. Let's go. to my country. We would have to wait so long to see each other. What do you think making us up?
Burn in hell!
Why? Tell me, why?
What happened here?
I'm grateful. You cannot see. Because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see. You do not know what I look like. Because I do know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion.
Was it?
I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. So that I did this for you.
Actually a beast?
I can hear a woman's voice. I can't keep my eyes open. I wonder who she is. They seem like they're really close. Did you choose someone else? And you could have just said so. I wouldn't be angry. We've been apart for so long. But this does kind of hurt. It hurts. I can't take it. Just once. Could you turn back and say my name? I proved it. That you're still alive. We were lovers, weren't we? So why? You said you wanted a peaceful life. I can't take this. It hurts so bad. You keep my son. I can't take. Can't take this. What I want most is to spend a nice, quiet life with you. I don't need anything extravagant. Just an ordinary life, slowly growing older. 3, maybe 4 children. We'd never fight, then eventually before I knew it, I'd be an old lady. Thinking, it was an uneventful life, but it was the best I could have asked for. That's the life I want. And what about you?
Yes. Yes, I too want to live a peaceful life with you.
Polly. I couldn't. Again, I couldn't do. Ah! 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 Ah!
Master? Master? What is the matter? You look as pale as a ghost. What? I lied to you. I have not told you a single falsehood, Master. Ah, about that beast. That means you're seeing her memories then.
Is that so? That must have been quite difficult to witness. But I assure you I have told you no lies. Bestia was convinced he was a beast, and as a servant of the house it is my responsibility to present my former master to you as he saw himself. This would have been a very different story had I not discovered the truth. The beast meets a white-haired girl and learns humanity. That tale would have been far easier on you, I'm sure. By remaining in the dark and seeing the story through his eyes alone, you would not have had to witness that poor girl's miserable death. And that, perhaps, would have been better for you, too. But the reality you observe through her eyes changes the truth of his tale. And it sounds like the vision you had did not run in parallel to the events I described for you, but took place slightly earlier in time. Which means that yes, her fate was set in stone well before you ever saw it. I do have to wonder, though, why did Bestia believe the woman to be a beast like him? Perhaps it was because her hair, eye, and skin color were similar to his own.
The poor young woman who called upon the mansion did indeed resemble Bestia. They were of similar race. Half of her blood was the same race as his. But was that the only reason? Would that be enough for him to mistake her for a beast? I have my own theory. His memories may have played a role. I suspect Bestia was afraid of the memories from when he was human would cause him to waver. But that is simply my own speculation. Perhaps he had merely lost grip on reality. How well have you come to understand Bestia, Master? You do appear to think he was an ordinary human who believed himself to be a beast. But where does the line between man and beast truly lie? That I do not know. Master, if, like Bestia, you were to lose your memories and endure persecution and degradation until you broke, would you still remember those you care for? Now, our tale is not yet over. The web of misfortune was tightly, oh so tightly entangled. It could not be unraveled. Let us return now from her memories to the point where we left off in our story. Just after the white-haired girl had disrobed, showing Bestia the difference between her and him. This was, yes, several days following the young woman's death. The blood in the halls had been cleaned up, and there was no trace of it any longer. He had made a tremendous mistake. Though the only people aware of that mistake are you and I. There is, perhaps, a chance the white-haired girl had realized, but she knew nothing of the woman. So I entreat you not to fault the white-haired girl for trying to be kind to Bestia. She is without sin. In any and all times. The beast, no, the man, made the white-haired girl put her clothes back on. He seemed to have calmed down a bit. After examining her body and comparing it with his own, he was once again coming to think he might not be a beast. In the past, he would have rejoiced to have proof of his own humanity. However, it was for him then the seeds of several new doubts.
Despite the character trait off, AC had to leave briefly, so I'll be taking back the role. You said I am human.
Yes,
Do you still believe this?
I certainly do. You're simply mistaken. You believe yourself to be a beast because of what the villagers said.
Why do they call me a beast?
If I were able to see, I could surely answer all your questions. But I cannot. So all I can offer you is my conjecture.
Go
Go on then. I have returned.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Go on. Tell me.
I suspect that you do not come from this country. No, you do not come from this continent. You came to this continent from far, far away, perhaps even across the seas. This land has been cast into turmoil by the war. Fortunately, no fighting reached the village, but it has blocked trade routes, stripped them of their independence, and cast a dark shadow over their hope. They are quite devastated, I imagine. And then you showed up. From what I've heard, this area is not particularly friendly to people from other countries. Even less, though, those from another continent. I doubt they know much about distant lands, so they've probably never seen someone like you before. But in addition, you would have been wearied and worn. I guess you were emaciated, wasting away. Enough so that you did not even look like yourself. Do you remember how you arrived at the village?
When I woke up, I was on the beach. I don't remember anything before that. My joints all ached and I was incredibly thirsty. I was in so much pain. I sought help. But nothing I said got through to the villagers. I did not understand what they said either.
But the one thing you did understand was that they were calling you Bestia.
Right. And I also understood that the word was used to describe beast. The way they looked at me, it wasn't normal, so I
imagine at first they simply didn't want the trouble. They didn't actually think you were a beast. Simply that this wretched man, unfamiliar in appearance, who had washed ashore resembled a beast.
washed ashore.
You were in an accident, were you not? While crossing the sea.
I do not remember. I can't remember. No, I mustn't remember. if I am not a beast, then that means the other beast wasn't one either. What did the beast look like? It looked somehow similar to me. Its hair color, its skin color, eye color, and the way it spoke seemed vaguely familiar. Which means it was. I cannot accept that! If I do, then that means I have done something terrible. No!
What?
They did call me a beast. I was in fact a beast.
As I've been saying, that's because
Tell me I'm a beast, please! Let me remain a beast.
how do you imagine he saw the world? I cannot even begin to fathom. But you can never know what someone else sees. And there is nothing to say that they see the same thing as you. As you and I have seen different things, so too did the man and his lover see different things. Or perchance the true shape of the world is visible only through the white-haired girl's sightless eyes. Do you think the reason he so stubbornly rejected his human memories is because he had taken the life of his beloved? I, personally, believe that there's more to it than that. Someday you shall remember. You shall remember everything. I will not allow you to avert your eyes. Remember that you have always been a beast, incapable of saving anyone, only of taking. Remember and suffer. Agonize. Writhe. Anguish. Grieve. Suffer.
Such a damn shame. Our homeland is but a stone's throw away and they still won't let us in. Just how long are they gonna maintain this stare? Regrettable, isn't it, son?
Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Captain Asama.
We can make it this far on a white man's ship, but they give us no response on our missives. I'm not sure it's even reaching the magistrate's hand. Is it so difficult to be even the slightest bit accommodating to your fellow countrymen? They seem to be treating the white men rather poorly as well. I hear they imprisoned them on tiny man-made island. On a tiny man-made island? There's no way to make friends. Well, all things considered, we can hardly call this our homeland anymore anyway. How many generations of your family lived overseas again?
I am the third.
I see. I doubt you have any attachment to this land.
That's not true. I may have never had the opportunity to set foot on her soil, but my spirit dwells within this land. My grandfather has told me so much about this country. Of her 4 rich, vibrant seasons and boundless beauty. I am deeply grateful that you invited me on this voyage to visit her, Captain Asama. I finally have, only at a distance, laid eyes upon my home.
I cannot say when this era may draw to a close, but I hope the time comes when we can proudly proclaim her our motherland. You can't find food this good back home. I eagerly await the day this becomes true.
Indeed, as do I. I've lied to her. She believes I was born in the Orient, but in truth I've never once set foot in their country. I was born in Europe. My family has not been permitted to return since my grandparents left. I can still remember as clear as day the look of the profound regret on my grandfather's face as he departed from this world. He bequeathed unto me a katana, and on that day, the blade became the one object binding me to my homeland. I could not bring myself to tell her that I am disallowed to return home. I did not want her to think that I had been forsaken by my country, that my country would do such a thing. However, some part of me believes that there was more to it than that. A smuggler?
Yeah, I never would have expected it, not on this ship. One of the crew was conspiring with a government official. He hid unreported goods on board and delivered them in secret.
What goods?
Silver coin. Spanish coins trade for more than they're worth as currency. The official was sentenced to commit seppuku. But we are responsible for our own crew's punishment. I'm still trying to decide how to handle it.
Have him commit seppuku as well. The sailor has brought shame upon the entire ship. If he is made to take responsibility for his actions, then perhaps we can minimize the damage to our reputation.
Make a fair point. Fortunately, he is not of this land. I doubt he is familiar with the ritual.
Then I shall serve as his second and ensure he dies without issue.
Have you lost your mind?
I've been trained in the art. It is unlikely I should fail.
You are not a samurai, though.
I was born into a family of samurai. At least it was until 3 generations ago. But that blood still courses through my veins.
Very well, then. That is how we shall do it. We now commence the ritual seppuku for our fellow crewman, Seedorf. Seedorf has, in violation of restrictions set in place by the shogunate, committed the grave crime of smuggling prohibited goods into the country. In order to atone for this betrayal of the trust of both nations, he vows to take his life here before you. Do you have any last words? I deeply regret that we should have to lose a companion with whom we have traveled the 7 seas in this manner. Do it.
Why wasn't me?
What?
It wasn't me! I've been set up! I didn't smuggle anything! I don't know anything about any silver coins. I've been framed! Believe me, why should I have to slice my own?
Yukimasa, he said his accusations were false.
Lies to escape punishment. I could not allow him to continue shaming himself and us when his fate was already decided. It would only serve to tarnish his ship's honor.
But
An investigation was performed. It is our duty to trust those results.
you're right. Yes, you're right. Good work. Now this needs to be cleaned up.
Yes, sir.
Sure, I was mistaken, but I would like to ask you anyway. Are you smiling as you did it?
You must have been seeing things. Is that really the only reason? I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth. What was a dream? Was that from my memories? No! Asama, I've never met that man! Or that woman. No, I was just, no, that wasn't me. I don't. I don't. Don't remember it. I don't remember anything. Not a thing. Not a single thing. I am a beast. Not a human. I don't need those memories. Are you there? Are you there? Where are you? Come to me. Be with me. Peace, my peace. Where are you? Where have you gone? Why are you not at my side? Don't remember anything. Stop remembering. Is that a silver coin? Spanish silver. After some weeks after we set off back west, I find a silver coin in a ship's hold. I don't know if we just got overlooked or dropped when transporting the rest, but there's just one. The first thing I think when I find it is that I should report to Captain Asama. Instead, I slip the coin into my pocket and take my leave of the hold as if nothing ever happened. Not for the purpose of smuggling it for some extra cash. Only has extra value in the east, back west, where it's worth nothing more than a designated value as a currency. So again, it's not for a want of money.
Oh, damn. It seems Sidor might have been innocent after all.
Perhaps so. And if he had no hand in smuggling, then I have done a horribly regrettable thing.
No, as you said, the investigation was conducted. You had no choice but to believe the information we were given. You mustn't blame yourself. Feel bad for putting such a unpleasant responsibility on you.
Not at all.
Now, how do we handle this? I can't believe a silver coin was found in someone else's luggage.
It would be best to handle this internally. Publicly, we have already made our amends with Sidor's death.
That's true.
Though it would be prudent to try and discover from where he is acquiring the coins, as so to prevent another such incident. Should one of our crew be caught smuggling again, he will not only be asked to take the responsibility, he will not be the only one asked to take responsibility. I have great sympathy for you, Captain Asama.
This is quite a headache. Can't imagine he would give up his connections just because we asked.
We can force him. If he doesn't want to talk, then we can give him some encouragement.
But I couldn't.
Worry not, Captain Asama. I shall take care of the dirty work. You needn't trouble yourself with anything, Captain. Leave it all to me. Captain.
Very well. I leave this in your hands, Yukimasa.
Yes, sir. How are you feeling?
Hey! Untie me! What's the meaning of this?
The silver coin was discovered in your luggage.
Silver coin?
Interesting. It seems you have quite a knack for acting. Oh, fuck. It seems you have quite a knack for acting and speedrunning.
Hold on. I don't follow. The smuggling problem is taken care of!
Theodorf wasn't the one doing the smuggling. It was you.
Like hell! I've never seen any damn silver coins! There's some kind of mistake! Check my bags again!
A coin was found in your luggage, regrettably. Captain Asama saw it himself.
Lies! I swear I've never touched one!
Is that so?
I swear! Never once! Please believe me, I'm no smuggler! I've done good work, even on this expedition. You know I'm not someone who would get involved in smuggling.
No. What kind of person anyone is. We may have known each other for years, but that doesn't mean I have any way of knowing what you think in private, how you feel, what kind of person you are.
You
smuggled the coins, didn't you?
I didn't! I had nothing to do with it!
Who was your supplier?
I'm telling you, I'm no smuggler!
It puts Captain Asama in an uncomfortable position if you don't talk. Can't risk damaging our homeland's trust any further.
I swear to God, I had nothing to do with it!
So you won't tell?
How can I tell you something I know nothing about?
Ah, I see.
You believe me?
So it's very, very important information. Enough so you can't give it up so easily.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, I'll just do what I have to until you talk.
What are you...
When you're ready to talk, let me know. I'll stop right away.
Hey, stop! What are you...
Quite the thick fingers you have.
Let go. What are you...
But it's all meat. Your bones aren't any thicker than anyone else's.
My finger!
Oh, don't start screaming just yet. That was just the first. Your little finger. Next is your ring finger.
Stop! Please! Don't! I'm begging you!
Are you ready to talk?
I told you I don't know anything!
Too bad. Your middle finger.
Don't!
Your right hand is going to be useless if you don't start talking soon.
What do you want me to tell you? I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
What has you so stubbornly refusing to talk? Is your supplier really worth going through such lengths to protect?
No, I can't tell you what I don't know. That's...
All that's left is your thumb.
Help! Someone! Get me!
Just so that we're perfectly clear, everyone on board knows what you did. No one's gonna come to a smuggler's aid.
God, I can't take any more of this. Please, stop.
Ready to talk? What will it be?
I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk.
If anything you tell me is a lie, you can consider your life forfeit. Are you ready to tell me the truth? We will investigate the details of your confession. If you lie, we will find out. Understood?
But I...
Speak.
But...
Or can't you?
I don't know anything!
That's a shame. Ah, well. You won't be using your right hand ever again. Although, there still are 5 fingers on your left. Are you in pain? Do you want me to stop?
Yes. Please.
Alright. 4 left. Ah, that's quite the face. I wish I could show it to you in a mirror.
What's wrong with you? You monster!
I'm not doing this because I want to. You're the one forcing my hand by refusing to talk. Now go on. Spit it out.
You wouldn't believe anything I said anyway. How long have you been doing this?
You're the first.
Liar! You sick bastard!
It's the truth, though.
Then why are you smiling?
3 left. What will it be? Will you tell me everything? No lies and no omissions?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Ah!
2 left. It's surprising how easily they break.
No! Stop!
This is the last one.
It burns. It burns. My fingers are on fire.
Now, what next?
Burns. Burns. Burns.
Are you listening?
There's a hello in there.
Hello? Just over a few broken fingers. Need me to wake you up? Let me tell you something. I'm the one who put the coin in your luggage. Of course, you don't know anything.
Someone! Anyone! Get in here! The silver coin wasn't...
Don't go shouting things you'll regret. It's hard to fight back, with your hands in that condition. Having trouble breathing, huh? Well, you are. You need air. I guess it's hard to talk with my hands around your throat, huh? You want air? Alright. Then you can have some air.
Someone! Anyone! Please! Get in here!
You just don't learn. I can see the words written on his face. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? That is a good question. I'm not even sure myself. Hey. Answer me. Well, damn. I missed the opportunity to use my katana. I tossed the man's body overboard. My story will be that he sneaked out while I wasn't looking, and threw himself into the sea. As I watched the sack of flesh sink into the depths, I am more thoroughly shocked to realize I don't feel the slightest bit bad about what I've done. No regrets, no remorse, nothing. I comprehend that the things I've done are irreprehensible, that they're evil. But that knowledge wasn't sufficient to restrain my urges. There's an itch I felt deep within my chest ever since the moment my blade sunk its teeth into Seedorf's neck. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like I'm floating. Like everything swirling about inside Like everything swirling about inside me has been unleashed, set free. There's also an edge of anxiety, though. If I continue down this path, what I might transform into. Despite feeling not the slightest bit guilty about the horrible things I've done, I still fear this life I made slipping away from me. I want something to anchor me. What exactly am I? Is this what I wanted to become? The kind of man who can take another's life without flinching? Fully aware of his actions? If that's truly what I am, perhaps it would make things easier if I did lose everything.
Oh, don't scare me like that. And maybe pick up a word like niente. I never take you for someone so pretentious.
I'm sorry. You just look so much like a rabbit there. The way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me.
Oh, you. Niente sounded you call a child. I'm not a little girl anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry, really. Don't be so mad, Pauline.
I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again.
Now we do.
Do you even travel out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all?
Oh, there was no trouble. Everything went fine. But that incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose. Oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. What am I? Who am I? Oh. What is this room? What are those colored windows? Were those there before in this mansion? Ah, I know what that is. It's an angel. The angel. The angel is looking at me and laughing. That angel is looking down on me and laughing. Ah. 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 Ah.
What are you doing?
The angel is laughing at me. The angel. So I the angel. You, where were you? I went to the kitchen. Wait, it's you.
I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. You've nothing to worry about. I will not run away from you.
I am not human. Am I? I'm not a human.
You are.
Not a human!
You are. You. It's alright. I imagine it's quite disconcerting having lost your memories. But no matter what happens, you will always be you. Don't be afraid.
Are those the words of encouragement I truly wanted to hear? Am I afraid of being myself? I don't know. Don't think about it. I'm a beast with no memories.
His psyche drifted erratically between human and beast. If he had accepted himself as human, it might cause memories better left buried to return to him. If he accepted himself as a beast in exchange for his memories, he would no longer be able to rejoin human society. And the white-haired girl fervently supported him in these precarious times. I was quite amazed. I had never imagined she would grow to be such a strong woman. Nevertheless, God is a cruel master. For what strength he had gave her spiritually, he took in equal parts from her physically. Though she persisted day in and day out to stay by the man's side, one day she suddenly fell ill. With her in the throes of a high fever and not knowing the cause, he fell into a perpetual panic. And there was no medicine in the mansion. And they could hardly manage to put together sufficiently nutritious meals. And though there was no medicine, maybe there was something else that could make her feel better. However, everything he could think of required him to leave the house.
Hey. Is there anything you would like?
Anything I would like.
I'm considering visiting the village.
I see. You're going to the village.
I thought I might be able to get some medicine. I'd prefer to bring a doctor here, but no one would come if they learned you were in this mansion. So,
He was planning to put on a disguise to enter the village as a person. The white-haired girl smiled when she heard his idea. She had, after all, always wanted him to think of himself as human. However, because she was so pure-hearted, she did not comprehend the full extent of the slaughter he had confessed to committing. The revenge he had taken on those who had chased him around. How sinister his cackling and furious his reaping. She did not grasp just how serious it was. She had faith that Bestia had kindness in his heart. If you cannot get any medicine, then buy me some oranges, please.
oranges.
This is a land blessed by the sun. You should be able to find some wonderful fresh oranges.
Would that make you feel better?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
Bestia's mind was made up. He would don the skin of a human for her, To protect the peace he had, he would return to the place that had left him with many painful memories. It was, to him, the source of his fear. Whenever he let his guard down, the shouts would play back in his mind.
Bestia!
NPCs.
Bestia! Bestia!
It's beast!
Though he had physically conquered the people who lived there, Bestia's memories of the village still haunted him. But her health meant more to him than any of that. He was willing to cast aside his fear if it meant the white-haired girl would recover. The girl still in her bed, With the girl still in her bed, he made his way out of the mansion. He crossed the overgrown forest, pushing forward one step at a time, all the while trying to brush aside his apprehension. Until he arrived at the village.
This is where they called me a beast. Where I was almost killed. And where I killed them. I look different than I did then. I'm dressed differently too. But can I play the parts? Can I act convincing enough human? Act a convincing enough human. I have no choice. There are no other villages. I can't let her die. Excuse me, can you answer a question for me? A village man is looking at me. Only for a moment. But for me, that moment is torturously long. A faint look of panic crosses his face, perhaps in fear of my appearance. He's staring at me. Will he point his finger and call me a beast? Will the other villagers come to kill me? However,
Haven't I seen you around here before?
he didn't recognize me. Yes, I come from a faraway land, and I'm unfamiliar with this area, so...
You're dressed like a nobleman. On a secret trip or something.
Something like that.
You look really pale, though. Searching for a doctor?
Yes, but not for me. My companion has come down with a fever.
Sorry to hear it. Well, I'd love to introduce you, but he's out right now. And he won't be back for a few days.
I see. And where might I be able to buy fruit?
There's a shop just round that corner.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it. Do take care, traveler. It's dangerous out there.
Starting to attract attention. But not the same kind as before. They don't look at me with revulsion, hatred, or furious indignation. They're simply curious. The village feels different than last time. Should have changed this drastically? Or is it because I really did look like a beast then. But now I look like a human. I don't know. Excuse me.
Me? Yes?
I would like to buy some fruit, some oranges.
Oranges? Alrighty, just a sec.
The fruit vendor doesn't recognize me as the beast either.
And the other thing would be a lot plumper than this. But this year, we've had the end of the war, and this whole mess with the beast, it's just been crazy. You'd like, how about you come back in a few years and try our oranges again? They'll be several times better, I assure you.
I'll keep that in mind.
You bet. That'll be...
I'm sorry, I don't have any local currency. Would this suffice?
What? How? Is...
No good, I take it.
No. On the contrary, it's hardly fair for you trading a jewel for a few oranges.
That's all I have to offer. I hope you can exchange it for money.
Sure. You nobles are something else.
Noble.
Aren't you? Though if you wander around dressed too well, you put yourself in danger. You won't find yourself stripped bare by a bandit, or perhaps you can catch the attention of the beast.
The beast. Everyone mentions the beast. They speak of me.
Have you heard the tales?
I have not.
There's a beast den not too far from this village. It's attacked before. We've been living in fear and never knowing when it might attack again. But that all ends today.
Huh?
The men have finally found their spines. They all got together and went out to exterminate it.
What?
And you'll never guess who's responsible. A kid! A little boy is spearheading the attack. Never would expect a little kid to overpower our lazy, cowardly men into shape. The boy is the only one who knows where the beast's den is. Hold on! What about your oranges?
The men have banded together. And they're going to kill the beast. Why now? Why when I'm not there? I'm the beast, I'm right here. I'm what you're trying to hunt. The only person at the mansion right now is her.
He regretted not asking the fruit vendor how long ago the party set off. Though what good would that knowledge have done him? He had to hurry back regardless. The sun was beginning to set, draping the surroundings in a deep blackness. As if to keep him from returning home, the night wrapped its hand around over his head, covering both eyes. In what direction did he have to head to return to the mansion? He stormed through the forest, and eventually the mansion appeared before him, like the world fading into view after a dream. Bestio was a tempest in the night, blowing through the overgrowth towards the house.
Please make it in time. I need her. I need the peace that she provides me. The last thing I want for her is to die.
In the blink of an eye, he was through the door, charging down the mansion's halls. He could not sense anyone else inside, though. All he could hear was the whoosh of the wind blowing through the house from somewhere. It seemed the window was opened.
Where are you? Where have you gone? Answer me! Please! Answer me!
He cried out the girl's name again and again until his throat was sore and his voice hoarse. But she did not respond. He rushed into a bedchamber.
Hey, hello? Where are you? Where are you? Answer me!
The man swung his head back and forth so hard he thought he might break his own neck. When he made a turn to look down, he slipped, falling on his tailbone. He felt something slick on his hand, a sensation he would recognize anywhere. The liquid was still warm.
Oh, no, that cannot be. It can't. It can't. It cannot be! No!
Muttering incomprehensibly in fear, he crawled back through the door of a bedchamber and into the corridor. Like a genuine beast, he followed the trail of slippery fluid on all fours. The trail glimmered like red wine. Stretched down the hall, past the living room, smeared across the floor like it had been wiped down with a mop. The man crawled and crawled and crawled until at last he reached the stairs leading down to the cellar. The ruby trail continued. From beyond the door he could hear men's voices. With a howl, the man stumbled down the stairs, throwing open the wooden door. His first impression was that the stench of blood was suffocating. And indeed, he discovered the white-haired girl. He found himself unable to even scream. Her once porcelain skin was no longer even sickly pale. It was now the bloodless color of dirt. She was sprawled haphazardly on the cellar floor, dried bloodstains around her half-open mouth. And his lips were, naturally, lacking their former rosy sheen. Her body was covered with an array of wounds, but the most prominent was the man's singular sword standing tall in her chest.
Is the... Wait.
This is the bestia. He doesn't look like the same.
It's him. He's the same guy. He's the bestia.
Yeah.
Several villagers surrounded him at the behest of a young boy.
He's gotten himself dressed up all proper and fancy. But good clothes don't make a good man. Isn't that right, you bestia? No. You murderer!
Why did you kill her? 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 Why did you kill her?
Why? You want to know why? Her death was an accident, I'd say. I feel bad about what happened. But any woman would live with a man like you must be a witch. Does that hurt? Are you hurting right now, you bestia? Then maybe now you understand. You not only stole my parents and my friends from me, you ripped the last shred of hope I had from my hands. Do you get it? Do you finally understand how I feel? Now do you know how it feels to have someone you care about taken from you. Pauline was desperately trying to find you. Why? Why would you kill someone so devoted to you? Do you understand what you've done? I'm asking you a question, you goddamn murderer!
I see. And now I have nothing left.
What?
The man stepped forward, almost perfectly calm. His panic had vanished, as if it was never there. His eyes were disturbingly vacant. Perhaps the sorrow had overpowered him, beating his heart into quiet submission. No, that was not the case. Though his eyes were empty, a faint smile spread across his lips. The transition was swift, as though a gear had switched in his mind. The boy and the other villagers were frozen in place at the sight. Before long, the man was standing before the deceased girl's body. And then he pulled the blade from her chest.
I knew it. I was really a beast. And what I wanted was a tether.
What are you yammering on about? Didn't you care about that woman? Didn't you choose her over Pauline? You then threw aside and butchered? What is wrong with you? What was she to you?
She was my serenity. But she's dead now. And there's nothing I can do about that. Peace, calm, tranquility.
The man's behavior was downright eerie, causing the boy to flinch back. Believing he had everything taken from him and could not possibly lose anything more, I imagine, was what allowed him to stand up to the beast, the source of such crippling fear. Yet now he found himself unable to move. He found himself, in the face of such incomprehensible creature, paralyzed with fear. And the villagers were seemingly dumbstruck. Not even I could understand his behavior.
What the hell is wrong with you? How can you laugh at this? I don't get it!
How indeed. How indeed. I wonder myself. I don't know either. But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Because every last one of my anchors has broken off and sunk into the sea.
Keep moving, kill him.
I'll slaughter every last one of you. So my whole life, I've always wanted to kill.
What was it that afflicted you with such madness? Losing your memories in the shipwreck? and the abuse and the insult you suffered at the villagers' hands? Or was it your grief at not being able to return to your homeland? No, none of those were the root. You were always like this. You always bore those twisted desires. You held these deep, constant urges to cause others harm. That is your essence. The real you hidden beneath the mask of sincerity. That's the true beast. The true beast was your heart. And the beast was a convenient skin for you to wear. You wanted to be a brutal, savage murderer. You never really loved the white-haired girl, or the black-haired woman for that matter. You were merely attached to them, fixated on the ideal world of tranquility. You used this piece to anchor yourself, to prevent you from drifting off into the ocean of your desires. You yearned to cause pain, while also hungering for the opposite, home life. You idolized this idealized life, spent in quiet harmony with another, because you knew just how difficult it would be for you to attain. Far more difficult for you than satisfying your cravings, but not impossible. I, personally, had hoped you would find peace with someone rather than descend into savagery. May have been superficial, but it would have been very human. But ultimately, peace slipped through your fingers, and no one was left to suppress your desires. And you cannot, after all, hold them back yourself. What a tragic man. What a hopeless man you are.
The door to the cellar swung shut. You had fallen to the floor at some point, unable to bear the stench of blood. The maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. The maid's voice was chillingly gentle.
That was quite horrific, wasn't it? Are you feeling unwell, Master? Oh my, you're shaking, Master. Fear not. I assure you the beast will not come through that door. I am here for you, and I will continue to hold you for as long as you need to settle your nerves. Oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms. Am I really that cold? I can tell my own temperature. And you wish to know what happened to Bestia after that? I could open the door once more and show you. But I have no intention of knowingly tossing you back into that den of horrors. He lost the rest of his humanity, becoming holy beast. But, to tell just a little more of the tale, it is my understanding that an entire village was ravaged shortly thereafter. He was a bewitchingly talented swordsman. Not a single person in that village could stand up to him. In the woman's memories you saw, he was a gentleman, yes? But even the mildest of men can change. Though, personally, I believe that without an element of monstrousness buried somewhere within, a man cannot become a beast, regardless of what may push him in that direction. Do you follow? Now, tell me, Master, have you remembered anything? Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I'm a remarkably patient maid. I shall accompany you for as long as you require. So do please find your memories. Now, let us head to the next door. The mansion is quite large, so hold on to my hand. We would not want to get separated.
You and the maid travel down the dimly lit hall, passing by the mirror once again. The light from the candle in the maid's hand was the only thing that reflected in it. The maid herself did not appear. However, just as you were about to avert your eyes, you thought you caught a glimpse of white hair. You heard a voice echo in the darkness. And when you turned to face the mirror again, the glass was the color of obsidian, as if it had been painted over. The voice seemed to be coming from beyond the mirror. The maid did not turn back, evidently having not heard anything. You. You extended your hand toward the darkness overrunning the mirror. The second your hand brushed against the surface, the tips of your fingers sunk into it. And the next thing you realized, your whole world was sinking into darkness. You could hear a voice. I am... Oh, no. The witch.
It's getting foggy. Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break. You want to keep going? Oh, all right then. This deep in the forest. Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I'm looking for, yes? He could have said something. Oh well. I should get going, I guess. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was I... Such a big door. Please open. It's not locked, I guess. I wonder if the window's open. Darn, not a hint of light. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. Ah, it's so pretty. It looks like an angel? Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'd be...
Please do not touch the drapes. Or the windows.
I'm sorry for coming in uninvited. But, I did announce myself. This is, your mansion?
It is.
Thank goodness. I was afraid it was deserted.
I suspect you would have preferred if it was if the house were abandoned.
Oh, not at all. I'd be scared to death of staying in this dark mansion by myself. I'm sorry. No ill will intended. But I do think it could do with some light. That way you could see where you're walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated.
Not necessary. I make do perfectly well as things are.
How can you see when it's so dark?
I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. I am not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you are free to leave. If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. There's a village not too far from here. Trade for food, then make your way to a larger town.
I'm no longer able to freely return to the city. I cannot go back there. Please don't chase me out.
I see. And you ask this of me aware of how people refer to this mansion.
They say that a witch lives here.
Not merely a witch.
A cursed witch.
If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction.
You're worried for my well-being. Witch or not, my mind is made up.
Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse?
You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale.
The witch is real. Very much so. It's not a legend nor a fairy tale. The witch. The witch's name was Morgana. Is me. What was that? Giselle?
Oh my, what is the matter, master? Why are you just standing in that place? And there is nothing there.
The maid did not seem to have seen anything. You made to ask her about the scene you had just witnessed. Hmm?
Master, you look like you've just seen a ghost. What is the matter? How about a little rest before we move on? You do not wish to remain here. Still not fond of mirrors. Yes, yes, now let us be off. I too dearly wish for you to return to your old self as soon as possible, master. If your desire is to push onward, then I could hardly be happier. Now, follow me.
You followed the maid's lead, returning to the living room. From there you climbed a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that had settled on the ebony railing. When you stepped out of the sight of the mirror, the maid returned to normal. You had been on the verge of remembering something, but you were no longer in a position to be concerned about such things. For the chill in the air within the mansion seemed to have intensified. Standing at one end of the long corridor, you asked the maid.
It's the mansion built. I would imagine you know more about that than me, Master. Yes, I know. You've not yet regained your memories. I was simply teasing you. I've been a servant of this house for many, many years, but the truth is, I do not know everything about it. All I know is that the mansion is cursed, and that it has brought misfortune upon its residents. Since times of old. I can make a conjecture as to when it began, but I believe you should figure it out yourself, Master. There is no guarantee my perspective is the correct one. Now, let us proceed.
You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit corridor. While the layout of the house was the same as the eras of the flaxen-haired boy and the beast, the bleak, colorless gloom felt incredibly dreary. On the wall partway down the hall hung a painting. The painting, which depicted a beautiful landscape, was oddly entrancing, but you did not have time to appreciate the artwork. Your hand in the maid's, you passed by the painting. Before long, a door came into sight at the end of the hall.
This door is what I'd like to show you next, Master. Listen closely. Do you hear the voices? Lively but rough, energetic but coarse. What lies beyond this door is neither a period of elegance and abundance like the first, nor of ruin and savagery like the second. Technology and culture had become quite developed. Cameras and photography had been invented. It was a time of great progress and many breakthroughs. And for that reason, those who lived in it were constantly seeking to try new things. The tale I'm about to tell you is one of a man who wagered everything on his ambitions. I hope that what you see, Master, will stir something in your heart. Now, through the door we go. Please do not let go of my hand.
The maid pushed open the door. Colorful balls bounced around atop a long, dark green table. One man, dressed in black and standing by the billiard table, turned toward the door. The room was inundated with eye-watering cigar smoke, causing you to squeeze your eyes shut.
That era was a rat race of innovation and development. The smoke was so thick you could hardly see through more than a few feet ahead of you. I could compare it to a dense morning fog that might give it an impression of beauty, and of that there was little to be found in this haze. Do you see the silhouettes of several men in the smoky room? The one in the middle? The one looking in your direction, Master, was the present master of the house.
And there he is, and we will start up next time with Noir voicing
Look at this
Jacopo.
I'm so happy.
Hello.
Y'all
This
don't
guy
know
has
how hard
big
me and Orange were just
Osaka
going
energy.
back and forth of, do we stop or do
Oh,
we?
like, Orange is like, we have to see Jacopo.
Look at him.
Is it
He's-
Jacopo?
No, it's Jacopo. It's Jacopo.
Are you sure about? Okay.
That's
Say so.
Jacopo.
Listen, I'm Italian. I know this guy.
But you should, if you're Italian, you should know they say Jacopo.
Do you
Jacopo,
know
trust
anything
me.
about Italian?
It's an Italian version of
Pasta.
Jacob.
What can I say? I'm
I'm almost certain it's Jacopo.
I have German blood, but I don't be going Frankenfurter every 5 seconds.
I mean, like, I like Italia.
He doesn't have a German
That's a
accent.
lie. I
He's
don't like
British.
Italia.
Mein
Why-
Gott, man.
Why don't you, Bo?
I don't.
So I should have said, put the water.
I think they sold ice or something. The German relatives in the past.
I'm just dead at the aggressive typing that we heard right before I started.
I know. We have to see him.
We have to see him. And the music.
Dang it,
wait.
every character
So-
in this game have the best drip.
I'm getting a. I'm seeing a message saying it's actually Jacopo according to the katakana.
Jacopo. Okay. Now we're gonna call him Jacopo, though.
No.
His name is the house in Fata Morgana.
No, we already said. We literally
His
no.
name is the house in Fata Morgana. Doors.
We already
3.
said it, guys.
Oh,
His name is
Okay.
All right. Clean it up,
Can we
class.
cut?
Clean it up. Let's wrap this up and get into our discussion time.
I love Ciao Karina so much. Oh, we got your dominant Syngrata next. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Me at Orange.
I love the
Hey,
Door 3 music. I love the Door 3 music.
Sir, please settle down. Get back in your seat.
I literally got out of my seat.
I don't
Oh, hi.
fucking know.
We
Okay,
assumed-
so yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
but like,
Let's go ahead and start with AC because AC might need to dip soon.
My apologies, but I'm probably gonna have to make an emergency sip. Before that, here are my thoughts. Wow, that was a story. It was very interesting. Too bad I was summoned at the wrong fucking time. Anyway,
that is.
but I enjoyed voicing Vestia.
Yukimasa.
Sorry, we had to preserve the twist a little bit.
No problem. I actually did really like your performance of Vestia as
Thank
well.
you very much. Yeah.
I think Orange and I did a good job being like the ultimate like tag team to voice this character.
You totally did.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty proud of the work we were able to pull off with that guy. And yeah, a very tragic story. Very sad. I'm sad. And then Mysterious Crime Man is we're ending on. Mysterious Crime Man who seems to be riddled in the smell of crime. And you're probably wondering, AC, where are you getting crime from? Cigar smoke? Billiards? That's crime to me, baby.
No, it's because he's Italian.
Preserve the song.
Oh no, don't
I was
worry.
gonna
I'm
say
gonna keep the
because he
song.
looks
I'm gonna keep the song going. I'm
exactly
just saving.
like Rancha.
He's surrounded
Yeah.
by cigar smoke and billiards.
I like him.
I know. Trust me.
The 20s.
And
There were originally talks of me voicing this character, but no, I think Noir would fit him a bit better, at least for this bit.
Damn it, V! I can't believe I was still reeling back from the reveal of Michelle, and now you're dropping fucking Jacopo on me too.
Wait, is it Michelle?
It,
Yes.
It is Michelle.
it looks like it would be. It looks
Yeah,
like
that-
it.
It is Michelle.
Michelle is the French version of Michael, so technically
Okay,
speaking,
rather-
it is pronounced Michelle.
Okay.
In both of never mind.
Clan Call session. We had the thing. We
These are
talked
all
about
Bible
the thing.
names. These are all Bible names.
Especially Jacopo.
Especially,
Jacopo is Jacob.
Oh yeah, Joseph.
Especially
Oh yeah,
Yukimasa.
Jacob. Yes.
Yukimasa and
is-
Jacopo are both in the Bible, yeah.
Yukimasa
I mean,
is-
Jacopo is unironically the Italian version of Jacob.
Oh yeah, but what about Yukimasa?
Jacopo.
Yukimasa is, well, you know.
That one might not be from the Bible.
I mean, they talked about the beasts in the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh god, I just noticed Rennie changed their name to Average Michelle
Michelle.
Appreciation.
Michelle.
Appreciator.
Mm-hmm.
I like Michelle a lot too.
I also appreciate Michelle quite a bit. One of my favorites. I love
Do
her
we,
so much.
His name is
do we go?
Morgana.
Do we go to the next person, or is there some more?
Oh no, this. Oh, actually, yeah. So if AC, if you're done, then yeah. You can go.
I'm done. Overall good stuff.
Ow.
Oh, actually, no. Hold on a second. Wait, before we actually continue, there's one thing I need to show you guys, and it's not actually. It is not actually. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring the music back. Don't worry, but I can actually show this
what
now.
What are you showing? Wait,
This.
what are you showing?
He is the loading screen. That's why I had to keep cutting it out every time.
I mean, I probably could have just thought that was a white-haired girl if I didn't look that hard.
No.
But you have to show
Anyways,
us
all right, back
one
to the-
thing.
All right, back to
You
back
don't
to,
know.
back to
I
Chow
don't
Karina.
know why.
Who is motherfucker's hardened face?
Back to Jokerina of time.
For the record, yes, I have used this in other Door 3 songs in D&D before. Anyways, Rindy, go.
No.
I like Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jacopo too. I guess the most likely master is Michelle, especially since they said they saw. I mean, this was a mirror, and they said they saw white hair in it. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a white-haired person, but it could also just be Sarah Michelle, though I'm not sure. And it stands to reason that the maid's own backstory would also be in the mansion, and also that she wouldn't want to show her own backstory. No, it's like it would fit her not wanting to.
Okay.
Especially, and also like this one was literally in a mirror. So yeah.
I was gonna save some trouble. It is he. Michelle is
Okay.
a man. Yes.
No, Michelle. I was talking about you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, and yeah, I had the same thought that Josh brought up earlier that it could be like, Giselle and Michelle are like the first, the way that it all started, and then the May, and it's still not clear if magic is real or not.
The magic.
But if it is, then yeah, the maid soul or whatever became tied to the mansion. The Morgana or Michelle, either like his essence or I don't fucking know. Maybe just naturally like he had kids and those and these are all the white-haired girls, I guess, in different places in the world and across time. Although you gotta wonder because like this, we don't know about the original white-haired girl. This one certainly didn't have any kids. So yes, we'll see. And they're all naturally drawn to the mansion, and every time the maid takes care of them. Yeah, that's most of my things. Fucking real sad second tour.
Alright. Yeah, it was tragic. Alright, Noir, it's your move. How do you feel about this guy you're voicing? You don't know anything about him.
No,
Make an assumption.
I like him. He seems interesting and fun. And probably a filthy crime boy who does lots of mini crimes. Possibly for good reasons, possibly for fun reasons. It's hard to say.
He looks very short. Is he very short?
I actually have no idea how tall or short he is. I believe he's tall man height, from my
I think
understanding.
that's because he's in front of the table.
Yeah,
no,
but
it's something
angle-
about like his
strange
build. He
angle,
looks
yeah.
small.
No, he's pretty tall. He's just slender.
Yeah, he's slim.
He's a
He's
slender
standing
man.
at like a 30-degree angle here.
I love VN camera angles.
He's doing the Michael Jackson lean right now.
His vest is like stuck way.
That's why he's
far
holding
out.
onto his hat.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
No, Fanny is okay.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
Should we just let Randy go more? Is it gonna be quick?
It's Noir's
It's
turn.
Noir's turn.
Wait,
Yeah, Noir's going.
shit. I meant Noir.
Yeah, Noir, keep going.
I mean, I
Noir,
do
keep
agree.
going.
We should let him.
I'm very similar.
All I was gonna say is, doesn't that make him a smooth criminal?
Okay. Noir, go.
I'm really interested with Door 2. Everything, I somehow underestimated everything goes horribly wrong and there's a sudden shocking twist that redefines everything. And somehow I didn't expect it to happen again. And I was naive for thinking that. I look forward to the depressions of the future, where everything goes horribly wrong for good little crime boy. Everything. This guy is not going to be happy. I'm just looking at this guy, and if he makes it out well, I will have faith in humanity again, but it's pretty low at this point already.
Also, here's your art.
Say again. Oh, yes, do tell.
Oh, it's
Can
right
one
there.
of y'all
It's in the
give
chat.
me
Purple
a
suit.
sprite of madness-induced Yukimasa?
I'll have to find that for you at some
She's
point.
gonna need that for later, late at
Oh,
night.
he's 5'9"? Okay.
Oh wow.
Same height.
Little bit of a manlet, but that's okay.
Wait, 5'9"?
Mm-hmm.
That's not manlet.
If you're under 5'10", manlet.
If you're under 6 feet.
If you're under 6'5", you're a manlet.
True.
True.
Wait, what?
Every single person in this call is a manlet right now.
Especially Con.
Except for the
Oh no, not me. I'm 6 feet tall.
Fuck up.
I'm 6'1".
Con's a
actually.
womanlet, very different.
Hey!
Womanlet.
I'm not a manlet, I'm a chicklet!
She's a goblin.
Womanlet.
Goblina.
I guess that also means, Randy, you are also a womanlet. Or a chicklet, whichever you prefer.
Oh, cool.
You're
Con,
5'3", hot damn.
Con can
I'm
share
taller than me.
the height of the roof with you, clinical at session.
The maid is, oh, wow. Maid's actually relatively short. Wow, goddamn.
I thought
Yeah,
you were 5'3", Con.
She's very imposing.
Wait, how
It's
tall is
the
maid?
aura. It's the aura.
Mm-hmm.
You think
I
the
mean,
maid's
the
like
beast
7
did
feet
seem
tall,
like
like
he
how
was
fucking
taller.
weird she is.
Big tall energy. Big tall
actually.
energy.
Wait,
Damn.
how tall is the maid?
She's,
As tall as you want her to be, baby.
she's 5'6".
Yeah.
God,
Finally orange.
Oh god, my neck.
you're giving away all the crucial hints. Orange, shut up.
That's in the chat right now! They can just look at
Think
the
of what we'll know
stream!
now. I can't. This is
I
part of
kid,
my
I
new
kid.
theory.
Alright, I am slightly tall enough
I
to
knew
hit
she was
pattern.
Nelly.
Cool.
Okay, back on track, folks.
Alright, yeah. Nori, anything else you want to say?
Oh no, that's all I got for now.
Cool.
That is damn classy though, and thank you once again.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
Alright, so me next, I believe?
yeah, what's up, Bone?
Okay, so there was some interesting stuff about, so supposedly the first door took place in England, supposedly. Second door seems to be taken in a more Mediterranean country, possibly Spain or Italy, maybe? Unless it is England, but with a name like Javier, I doubt that. And this place seems to be taking place, I mean, we don't know the country yet.
His name is Jacopo.
Jacopo.
Yes, but that could also be like a New York kind of place. Because Italian American. We don't know yet.
You know, it's one of those New York castles.
You know what? Fair enough. But, yeah, so I do wonder if there is a changing of location of the story going on. I'm going through the notes, because I did write some stuff, but there's a lot to go through. Give me a hot second. I'm almost there. Okay, so that story was based off of a Beauty and the Beast type fairy tale. I'm curious if the first store also took after a classic literature, and if future ones will too.
That Hansel and Gretel, I guess.
I kind of got some Snow White vibes, like with the fairest one of all.
Kind of.
Did any fairy tales have incest in it?
Hansel and Gretel, I'm pretty sure.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, not all.
I don't know which ones those are, but anyway. So under the idea that the maid might not be a real person, I do wonder how Yukimasa, Beastman, how he got himself dressed up.
He put on clothes.
Well, yes, but it's like he was clearly not in a state of mind to do that himself. So under the impression
Or he
that...
just didn't take them off.
Yeah, he was probably stinky.
I don't know, I mean, maybe, but it's like, I don't think those were the clothes he was wearing whenever he was in the village, whenever they were attacking him. Or whenever he was attacking them, more so. I feel like they would have also been covered in blood. Actually, they probably should have been covered in blood regardless. Well, I guess you could
The
change throughout
price
the
will
day.
not necessarily always reflect.
But the
what has been
but the characters would have acknowledged that, I feel. Like the
What do you mean
blood.
he would have been covered in blood?
Because he was constantly killing people.
But he was just showering and stuff.
The shower wouldn't get rid of blood.
really did that
What?
wrong, man.
What?
The blood stain's bad.
Let's keep this bitch
Yeah,
moving.
he has a really good maid, okay?
Blood like stays in, I believe.
You not forever.
I thought that
You
was
don't know how to get
notoriously
bloodstains out of a sheet? What's wrong with you?
The answer is hydrogen peroxide. Moving on.
I don't think they had that back. But anyway, so is Sephiroth the master that she's been hanging out around?
His name is Sephiroth.
Yes, I'm very tempted now to keep calling him Sephiroth Khan after you said that, but I will call him Michelle. So I'm very curious if Michelle is the master from the beginning of the story, in the overall story. And I am wondering, but I have doubts about that. What Rindy said about him being the father of all the white-haired girls, that is an interesting idea. Because I think that's what she said. I kind of zoned out a tiny bit. What was the scene with the mirror again? I think I zoned out during that part too.
Oh my god.
We were introduced in that scene to Giselle and Michelle.
Whenever you looked at the mirror?
Yes.
Well, he looked at it.
Yeah.
They looked at it and then they just touched it and they sank into it.
Oh, okay.
This would be somewhat of a bootleg a bootleg door, if you will.
Bootleg door.
Okay, the notification. Okay, and what was that thing that was said about the they them master seeing a white-haired girl? What was that part that it mentioned?
They saw of the corner of their eye when they looked in the mirror. They saw white hair.
So I feel like it is possible still for the master to be a white-haired girl. So I think that's not ruled out yet.
Michelle's eyes aren't red, are they?
I do not know, but the way the perspective worked on that, he looked like he had very tiny hands. So
door.
I could go back to the menu really quickly and check.
Huh? What about
His
chat?
eyes were brown. Sure.
What do you say?
Well, you see, you can check out Michelle's eyes because he is the loading screen for the reloading your save.
Alright, anyway,
oh fuck, no!
Not that. Name was
Oh no, we found out his name is Jacopo. Shocking.
It's not so. It might be.
They appear to be vaguely red. It's kind of hard to tell.
Reddish
brown.
brown.
Oh wow, that's the chapter select. Jeez.
Anyway, I also...
Ooh, blue butterflies.
God, their lips are right next to each other.
Beatrice.
Jesus Christ. The other thing I thought is... Okay, the last thing I wrote down was... Man, there is almost no way they aren't related. White-haired girl and Sephiroth. There's no way that they aren't related. That is the last thing. It's also really weird to call Michelle because I have a grandmother named Michelle.
Michelle is the unisex name.
I know, it's just weird because that's how I know the name.
It's a man's name sometimes.
Yes, but my grandmother is named that, and that is how I've only known the name. So it's odd to me.
Okay.
That is the last thing. Next person. Yo, Shelly.
Yeah. Well, I have been sort of trying to figure out the theme of this visual novel, and it always seems to be that, either insanity or some form of mental illness can ruin anything. You have the two siblings living in absolute luxury together in the first door, and then once you start getting into the mental illness, it just all falls apart because that's what happens. People act on their impulses, and the mental illness inside it creates this kind of trauma. And then you have part two, where it doesn't matter just how much goodness the white-haired girl and Pauline wants to give Yukimasa, or
Yukimasa?
Yukimasa. Yeah, Yukimasa. He cannot, stop the insanity that makes him think he was the beast, but also the insanity he had before that, as seen in the sailor scene. So yeah, that's what I've got.
Turns out this house has a horrible carbon monoxide problem.
As did the ship, apparently.
Yes, also the ship.
All right, Josh, what are your thoughts?
Rindy kind of said what I thought about Michael and stuff, so I'll leave it there for that. As for door 2,
Say Michael.
it's Michelle. Sorry,
Michelle.
Anyways, as I was saying, a question for the people who have read it to make it easier so 15 people aren't scramming to tell me this. Do they actually give is it like a specific reason why Yukimasa goes fucking insane, or is it just he kills someone and he fucking just snaps?
That shall be discussed at the end. I feel like that's a...
Is it not clearly...
Open to interpretation, I guess?
It's up to interpretation, so we can
Okay,
talk about
then.
our interpretation at the end.
Okay, then I'm gonna say this, and I don't want this to seem very callous. I feel bad for everyone in the story except for him. If he had been the only one that died, I would have been like, fair enough.
I don't
Like he does too. Like, sorry, he did too much.
It even said at the end that he didn't even love those girls.
Yeah, so like, I don't feel bad for him. However, everyone else, I actually almost teared up at Pauline's death. It was so sad. She honestly deserved better. That being said, it was really good.
I'm gonna be right back. My mom needs my help with something really quickly.
Okay. Again, I agree with that. I don't know how to feel about door 3 since we've just seen one character going ellipses. And that's it.
We know his name is Jacopo.
What do you get from him?
He's a character? I don't know.
How do you feel about the vibes?
I'm going to... So it's a specific vibe that I cannot describe, or I do not know the exact genre type to say, so I will reference a movie, and its theming is that it's kind of giving me a little bit of Great Gatsby vibes.
Old sport.
And I'm going to feel like something similar might happen in that same vein of what happens in Great Gatsby. But that's all I have to really share. Oh, also, one more thing before I go. Yeah, I have to eat my own, words last time. I said I don't think the merchant was the same guy as the beast. Fuck me, I guess.
Oh no. Jacopo!
No, I think about it.
Okay, he's good.
I do have more stuff to add at the end that I thought of.
Edit at the end. Alright. I thought you're good, Joshy. We're gonna move on to Robu. What are your thoughts?
You guys pretty much said everything I already thought of. Took the word straight out of my mouth.
Alright, cool.
Oh, hold on. Hey, wait. Before we get to that, then, Robert, I got a question for you. Since you don't have any particular thoughts, what do you think door 3 will entail?
Crime.
I mean, you know what? That's a pretty fair assumption, honestly.
All this
yeah.
Italian discrimination, my god.
Hey, what's wrong with being Italian?
To be fair, the last two were literally all about large amounts of crime.
I can't believe Orange is appropriating its own ancestors' culture.
The first one didn't have crime in it.
I'm pretty sure tearing someone's hair off and stealing it is definitely a.
Well, you say that, but when they're your made in the 1600s, it might actually be legal. I don't fucking know.
Apparently, well, I guess I was gonna say she was a noble girl, but then I guess she wasn't. I don't know. I feel like she could get away with it, but that still wouldn't be legal.
I don't know. She was her maid, and those are the 1600s.
There was a little crime.
There's a treat.
A touch of crime.
Generally, you don't want crazy women assaulting even maids.
The white-haired girl also was gonna choke Mel or whatever.
Her name is Wig. At any rate, so then, let's see. Khan is away right now. Sim, your thoughts?
Surprise, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, go.
Go ahead then.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts, Khan?
Oh.
Evidently, they do not have a thought.
It sounds like she might.
Okay. So, the entire time we end up going through this chapter, I honestly feel and I knew it was going to take a tragic turn. I didn't think it would get this extreme. Hearing and seeing everything that Yukimasa did before he even considered himself as a beast just... I'm gonna be honest, I almost threw up. It was bad.
Oh, jeez.
He wasn't even a human to begin with. He truly was a monster. That made me think maybe the maid went ahead and skewed this so that way we could at least feel some twinge of sympathy for the monster. Only to realize he never really was anything else but the first place.
I want a Yukimasa Orange's keyboard right now.
Shut up.
What?
The clacks.
My clacks are very clickety, thank you.
Yes, that's the problem.
Anyways, let's
Clicks,
keep
yeah.
this bitch moving. What's up, Con?
I was also glad that I was kind of right about the whole situation about him being a stranger in a strange land, just being mistaken as a monster in the first place. At the same time, I really hate that I figured that out. Mostly because of what happened to Pauline.
Yep. Wait, do you hate that it happened, or you hate that you figured it out?
I hate that I figured it out because it meant that his trauma and everything, it would have just meant it even worse. Because then he would have seen Pauline as the same sort of monster, because of just how they looked. I think the worst thing about that is he was just using the label as something to help him try and erase everything, so he could just live with his desires.
Okay, so you hate that it happened. Sorry, just wanted to get clarification on that.
Yes. It just really hit me for some reason. And... ow, my knee. Sorry.
The beast
Throat.
is going after her knee. Oh no.
A moment of silence for Khan's knees.
I also think it's interesting that now we're getting introduced to Michelle. Mostly, everything else we've seen so far has had a specific time period set to it. In the very beginning, it was set in at least the 1600s, and then we had the 1700s here, so this is probably going to be the 1800s. What timeline or what time era is Michelle and Giselle in? Any ideas? Anyone?
None. There's
Except
nothing.
First.
They said
Before
that,
everything else.
They said that there was a carriage, right? Did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not the 1800s. Probably obvious.
Certainly can't be the 1900s. Well, it could.
Randy's probably right.
Are you asking for the year?
No, I'm...
Isn't it?
We will not be giving you the year if you ask.
Of course not. I'm just mostly speculating here.
Did it not say it on? Hold on, actually, it was my
did not.
question. Did it
Did
not
not
say it on
say
the
it,
door?
no.
No.
It
Oh.
said nothing.
Well,
Well,
not for
didn't say
Yakuba's thing, for Michelle's thing.
Oh, the Steam page spoils the
sorry,
character?
Got you. I was not paying attention to the question. Okay.
Yeah, the mirror, not the door. That being said, I also will agree with everyone else here and say that it's possible Michelle is the master of this house and the maid is trying to get him to remember everything. But I will have to slightly disagree with a little bit of what Rindy stated. Maybe the white-haired girl isn't related to him, but has some specific ties to him that are important for him to remember. And that's why she keeps appearing in each of these eras, because something happened involving her with him that he needs to remember. Maybe, like, righting a past wrong?
So, Khan, if this is Michelle in that house, how is he alive?
Maybe he is, and maybe he isn't.
Okay, rather than playing 20 questions with Khan right now, let's keep this moving along. Sim, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, because my throat's starting to get kind of sore here.
My throat also hurts after all that yelling. I've got to figure out how to do that properly.
You did well, though, by the way. Oh, that was the one other thing I wanted to say. Orange, AC, you both killed it. Sim, awesome job, my man.
Thank you.
Gee, thanks.
You're awesome. You're amazing too, Rindy. Never
Thank
forget
you.
it.
Didn't
Oh,
say
and what
anything
am
about
I?
me.
Just chopped liver, I see.
No, you're the sassy queen that this Discord has always wanted and always deserved.
I'll pick up a potato chip and eat it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the thing
Water.
Michelle says to, what is it, Gressel? About
Giselle.
taking the
Giselle.
furniture. Giselle. What fucking, I keep thinking of Hansel and Gretel. Whatever. Hansel and Gretel. About taking furniture and selling it. Wasn't that the exact same thing that the maid said to, I've already forgotten his name.
Yukimasa.
Yumasa in, like, the beginning part of Door 2.
I believe something similar to that, yes.
Like, if you need money, you can take the furniture and sell it in the nearby village. So that's kind of interesting. Also, I'm not 100% sure what it means yet, but it seems a little on the nose that he shows up, that Michelle, whose name is the Italian version of Michael, shows up standing in front of a stained glass portrait of Saint Michael, the Archangel.
Please, it's
so
French.
that the wings are framed behind him. That seems important.
He wanted to be dramatic.
The wings do fit perfectly.
Don't
Almost
have a whole lot else to say other than it's interesting that the house is maybe moving around.
Is it confirmed that like the first place was in England?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. That's one. Is it?
They
Yeah.
mentioned going to the globe, but that
They
doesn't
mentioned
mean that it's
Shakespeare.
in
They basically said
England.
everything but like England in name.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
give
if
you
they're
that.
going to see Shakespeare, then like there's literally only one country he's playing plays in.
I just want to.
But like, I mean, it was his play. It wasn't necessarily him playing.
Well, they mentioned going to the globe, which is
The
where
Globe Theatre is in
true
England.
performed.
Oh, I see.
It's
Okay,
in
I
London.
I did not know.
They went to the Globe Ass Theater.
That's what it's called. That's the real name.
The actual
Globe Theater.
I just wanted to confirm like it wasn't possible that it was in Italy.
No. Yeah, no.
Globe Ass Fat asses.
Crimson, you got anything?
Well, I kind of expected that second door story to end like that because, violence and all that stuff, and I was sort of half right with the guy being that, but I wasn't completely for sure for that. But overall, yeah, kind of sad how that all turned out. Everyone died.
Tragic.
Also, yeah, tragic. Also, Michelle, interesting narrative with that guy. He's probably going to be like the final chapter story with that guy. He's probably going to be like the penultimate story for that, for what I'm thinking of. Also, yeah, I kind of believe that each of the doors have like a narrative theme to some type of fairy tale. I'm personally thinking this one's more of an Icarus type story, personally, with this one.
Icarus?
Because photograph, technology, reaching for the stars, probably wanting to do something, but its ambition was too broad and probably got destroyed because of it. I'm thinking that he's going to self-destruct because of his ambition.
Wah wah wee wah.
Because, she did mention that his own self-ambition destroyed him in a certain way. Also, I still believe that the white-haired girl is a reincarnation of some girl from Michelle's past, and she's just constantly going to reappear in every of these stories, tragically dying or having some form of fate coming upon her.
Okay then. If anybody has anything else to add before we quit up?
Are you guys still sure they're vampires? Are you sure
No.
No,
Clearly they're houses.
vampire idea has been staked.
They're
Yeah,
probably
that's
not
not good.
vampires.
Yeah,
I'll be
they're definitely
honest.
not vampires.
If I may ask Rindy this, did you remember the thing you were trying to remember?
I'm not sure. Never mind.
She saw the girl bleeding out on the floor and was like, God, I wish that was me.
Ew.
What?
I don't think Rindy
Is
goes.
everybody tonight
Well, because
sleeping down
Seki
Google
Yukimasa
Jones?
was there.
Hell no.
Oh, she was penetrated so good.
So good she died.
Yukimasa cock game insane.
Oh my god, it's time to clock out. Oh my
Alright,
god.
yeah, I think it's
Bridge,
we're ending
help
it
me out
now.
here. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Penises, Con.
over.
Penises. It's all over. Good night, everybody.
Did you see his fangs even?
Good night, masters.
Good night.
Bye
Good
bye.
night. Yes.